So
We were on the third part of phase 3.
Wasn't a kill. Let's go. Come on.
fuck it up, new people. Impales on the left. We're taking odds first and then evens, and the third one we're all hitting it. We are pushing past the third ads in P2, so I'll be calling that out a tiny bit. It's not gonna be many callouts, so understand what the hell you're doing, please. Don't die in P1 or 2 or I might kick you.
You will answer for your arrogance.
3, 2, 1.
Confess your sins, lest they consume you. Your vanity will cost you everything.
3, 2, 1.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, exterminate this vermin.
I'll splatter them across your walls!
2, 1.
Pain cleanses the soul. Your vanity will cost you everything.
3, 2, 1.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Boss health looking good.
We're at 78%.
Great. Start running, it should be already in 95.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, rid my castle of these pests.
Excellent, I can hit this. Don't move the boss too much. Everyone damage right now.
3, 2, 1.
Pain cleanses the
Push the
soul.
boss, hit him, hit him, hit him. Don't stop. Push him before we phase or hit this.
Your vanity will cost you everything. 2, 1. Cleanses the soul.
Alright, but that. If that happens again, you just take the hunters in the back and make the move so cool. There should be a link there too as well. Sure, it happens, but just hurry up and die and get back in.
Oi! Yeah, don't touch...
When we all do take the single hit, tank can just bring them barely past the red and just stop. Yeah, we can, I can pass lead for a moment so we can use a non-skip lockout.
Should we do that at the beginning of the next one if we wipe again?
Alright.
Since we're already almost there.
Don't get discouraged, it's just a couple new people, so we have to figure out what we can do again. Just get back in there, eat your personal food, and get a pull in. Still going to continue to act like we're going to do the third single soak. Just please get ready to do damage and don't panic and don't move.
Okay, pitter patter. Let's get after it.
Got some cookies request, sir, if you don't mind.
will be your downfall.
3, 2, 1.
Pain cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay.
1.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Grimoria, rid my castle of these pests.
I'll carve them into pieces.
2, 1.
Confess your sins, lest they consume you. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay.
3, 2, 1.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Grimoria, rid my castle of these pests.
Everyone stack. Minimum boss movement right there. Attack him already.
Them into pieces.
2, 1.
Pain cleanses the soul.
Bring the hunters away. Force the system. Push him.
It is time
Alright, good
you
job.
remembered your place, mortals.
So for all melee ads, you're going to be
On
attacking
your knees.
Denathrius.
And I will grant you a merciful end.
Four, three, two, one.
Focus Denathrius damage. Cleave.
Oh, we lost the healer.
We'll res
I'm gonna
him.
res his ass. Alright, you got Ank?
Servants, remove this refuse from my sight.
Good reason.
Scream
tank
for
out.
me! I will cut you down. Shadows consume you!
Alright, go back.
Scream for me! Grimoria, massacre these whelps!
Oh, for fuck's sakes. That was
I
bad.
will cut you down!
Next B res is in 26 seconds.
That's fine.
Shadows consume you! Devoted apostles, handle this filth! Scream for me! Grimoria, massacre these whelps! Scream for me! You will perish together!
That's where we usually burn the boss.
cabal!
Wait,
Feast upon these meddlers!
what is this health at?
It was 41%. It was still at that.
Scream for me!
Not too many ads up right now.
I have been impatient.
That's why
I show
people died.
restraint.
So that last window movement was unneeded. Next time we stay there and we burn, so we don't try to get ads or whatever two are left. We'll kill him after he phases.
Okay, let's do a new lockup.
Yeah, who needs to take it, bro?
Who said they had a 9 out of 10 lockout?
Yeah, who? Say your
Ma-
name. Or...
Mine's only 8 out of 10.
The luck.
Also, if you don't have Vantage runes, there's a long boy out here.
Alright, reset it or whatever. Priest. Alright, is it done?
My
Stinky?
kind are called from the stone to
Have
defend
anything ancient to
Revendreth.
trade? Needs
Yes,
to be at
looks
least
like it.
To see our loyalty twisted by the one we
Perfect.
once served.
The Stoneborn.
Oh, but now we gotta do all this RP.
And deceived.
Watch, this is going to be the kill, and
I
trading the
dare say
lockout
even
was
the
all for naught.
Arbiter herself has been made a pawn. The time has come to dethrone our former
Can you use your
master.
long boy again?
What we do next, we do for the sake of all the Shadowlands.
More loyalists. We must drive them back, my prince.
Alright, again, let's eat your food
You
and get
are
ready.
the key to victory, mortals. Go, strike down the one who has betrayed us all.
Look, Remonia. These daring mortals have persevered through every obstacle put before them.
Flask check.
It seems
Mine
we
just
have little
expired,
choice
so
left but to
others might
surrender.
also have an expired flask.
I have a better idea, Master. Let me carve them up instead.
Now there's a thought. We could flay these petulant, small-minded creatures and use their bones to pave the path for our ascension. Oh, what to do, what to do.
Please! It's so long since I cut into living flesh! Let me skewer them, slice them, slash them, dissect them, cut ribbons from their...
Pace yourself, Remonia. Rushing one's work is so unflattering. I shall assist our guests with their atonement. Once they have repented, I will permit you to rend their bodies and send their souls screaming into the maw.
Damn, we only got one DK. Alright, let's get ready. Alright, I'm sorry, let's get ready for both. One.
You will answer for your arrogance. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Remonia, exterminate this vermin.
Splatter them across your walls!
2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. Your vanity will cost you everything. Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Memoria, rid my castle of these pests.
I'll carve them into itty pieces.
What's that?
73.
Confess your sins, lest they
Push him,
consume.
push him, push him. Don't let the rating cannon go off.
Yeah, that
It is time you remember your place, mortals. Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will
Do you want to res
grant
it,
you
Bobby?
a merciful
Four,
end.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, just res. No one else better die. That wasn't really his fault. what the fuck?
Remove this refuse from my sight. Scream for me!
Should be focusing Denathrius and cleaving.
If you don't have stacks, call it out. If you have stuff to work around that. If we don't get a call out, then we can help you.
I will cut you down. You will perish together. Scream for me! Memoria, carve screams from their flesh. I will cut you down. Shines consume you!
We should just wipe this one, maybe?
Yeah, go
Devoted
die.
apostles, handle this filth!
Jump off, so let's repair. There goes my one.
I will cut you down. You were never my equal. Memoria, massacre these whelps. Your rebellion is at an end.
Okay, for that third soak, can we save Link for later? For when hunters are going off? Like, don't pop it right away until
Many deals for
damage
a
starts
friend
happening.
of the Grummels, like you.
No, I mean, that guy died because there wasn't enough soaks, I think. Right? I don't think he died just from damage.
No one died for the hunters, but the continual damage after it and stuff like that killed him because he was
Do you
so.
think we're phasing too late because of the composition?
Yeah, I mean, that is a problem too. We're behind on DPS.
Yeah, so in that third soak, when ads come out, you're ignoring them. We should be single targeting Denathrius until he phases and ignores all mechanics. Shouldn't be AoEing. The objective is to just phase him and no mechanics.
It's not really DPS thing, it's just people staying alive in the first phase.
Okay.
We've pushed in on the first part of the third Blood Prince before.
Not with this group. That was before we added all the people.
No, we've done it once.
No, that was late too. I mean, we did it when everybody lived, but it was crazy late.
Let's see what this guy does for us. You always start on left to right on ads as well up here to increase damage, and then mages or range can start from right. Alright, we're assuming we're third phase soaking, so as soon as he stops with that boss, you're pure single target damaging, even when the ads spawn for the third soak, the third part of the soaking crap. When we single soak, you're just single targeting, ignoring everything else. Hunters, the hunter mark thingies can step out just in case, but other than that, you're burning the boss to phase him. Let's go, get a ready check. Impales on left, normal crap for the new people or one person. You should know everything, including phase 3.
Can you move the even out the groups?
Iceman, you're on the even groups now, but it's odds first.
Let your penance begin.
Self-release your own stacks, so you're 2 at the end.
Pain cleanses the
It's odds
soul.
and even.
Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. Pain cleanses the soul. Primorian, exterminate this vermin.
I'll splatter them across your borders.
Pain cleanses the soul. Did you think you could win?
Ow.
Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot
Cross.
No, I wasn't. I had the circle. Nobody soaked my
Confess your
circle.
sins, lest they consume.
He was one of the ones, yep.
Primorian, exterminate this vermin.
Cross out.
Proxy is to I 76%.
He's 76. Everyone take your single hits. I don't know if we're gonna be able to push it. We're all here anyways. You better put your cooldowns or something. Get those hunter marks out. Link late in a moment. Link now. Come. Push the boss. Ignore ad. I don't even know why the ad's stuck.
Vanity will cost you everything. Confess your sins, lest they consume. It is time you remembered your place, mortals. Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful end.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Servants, remove this refuse from my sight. Scream for me!
Okay, can we just kick these fucking shitties? They die every fucking fight, man.
I will cut you down.
This guy's died twice this fucking fight.
The
Shadows
Danica
consume you.
or the Stinky.
That one was my flags open.
I will cut you down. Grimoria, massacre these whelps. I will cut you down. Shadows consume you. Devoted apostles, handle this filth! Scream for me! Grimoria, massacre these whelps! I will cut you down! Shadows consume you!
The bus is 47%, we have 15 seconds.
I will cut you down!
7 seconds.
Kill the ads, kill the ads.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to kill ads.
Cabal! Feast upon these meddlers!
Are we gonna push him or what?
No, we can't. Can't kill the ads.
Kill
Don't
ads.
do any DPS
Stop
on the
damaging.
boss.
Stop damaging
Scream for
him.
me! Grimoria, massacre these whelps! I will cut you down! You will perish together! Your violence is ended!
Okay. Yeah. Like this is really bad.
We were doing fine until we had more people.
Alright, we're picking people.
Beware. Grimoria, carve screen.
Alright.
I have
What was it?
many lucky
Stinky and
dudes
Danica. Who fucked up really?
I died because nobody soaked my
it wasn't
circle
his
the
fault.
first time, and on the second time I died because someone's impale was too close to my impale. But I mean, you can kick me if you want.
His first death wasn't his fault, because he was one of the ones that was marked with it, and the only way you die in that situation is if no one soaks your line. I'm not down for jumping on bandwagons and saying he was in an X, because that wasn't the case. If it was, I would say so, but it wasn't. Yo, if no one stands in your line, you can't help that. It's everyone else's responsibility to stand in a line. I don't understand why you guys are throwing such a hissy fit.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's talking about. I'm just not gonna say anything.
Everything's self-policing right now, so yes, people need to get to your lines. Just make sure you're not throwing the line somewhere crazy as well. It should be.
Yeah.
The
I
hunter
died right against the
supposed-
wall. I thought that's where we're supposed to be.
Yeah, but that is true, but you kind of want to clump the hunters too, like right next to each other. And if they X up, people just step away. It's very simple. You shouldn't have your line anywhere far away from the boss. If an X appears, then everyone else steps away. We are trying
Yeah.
to skip the damage.
Just to be clear, because it looks like there's confusion, if you have an immunity, don't touch the wall. Because basically, it's nonverbal communication. If someone touches the wall and there's a line, then everyone else knows to stand in that line. If you're
Yeah,
out in the open, it's understood you're turtling or ice blocking or whatever you're doing.
If you're muting it, you go to your graphic that you're lined up with.
And let's just like calm down a little bit and chat. Like it's not that big of a deal. It's an easy fix. Let's not burn down the village. Let's just get back in here and like this group can kill it. I want to get my 3rd kill on this, so let's do it.
All right, on the tanks, let's get a pull in. New guys.
I can't speak for Sneaky's second death, but the first death I believe was not his fault.
So Iceman Mage, you're in here in Discord?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are trying to do so, but the tanks are keeping track of percentages, so sometimes we can't, sometimes we will.
Because if we are going to do it, then I'm just going to focus Sire. For the second set.
We are going to assume that we're trying to do it, so please, every melee and range should be attacking Denathrius and cleaving the melee adds first. And then the mage can break off after, all the range can break off after AoEing Denathrius and the melee adds, and then hit your left one, and then save the right one until we mirror dance.
Okay.
So everyone should be on targeting Denathrius and cleaving both melee adds in the beginning and second adds, and then taking care of range and holding the right one. We should be doing major damage to Denathrius. Alright, let's go.
Let your penance begin. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your vanity will cost you everything. 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, rid my castle of these pests.
Carve them into pieces.
2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, exterminate this vermin.
Boss health?
Splatter them across your walls.
3, 2.
How's the boss health?
74%.
Alright, everyone take this.
The soul.
Hunter's out of it. Alright, everyone attack Denathrius. Fuck AoE. Push him single target.
It is time you remember your place, mortals. Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful end.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Rough Mage gonna die.
Coincidence? It's always the same ones.
He died before the Rav Mage or whatever. 9 out of 10.
I will cut you down.
Someone's on the sword.
cut you down. Shadows consume you.
Going to res on one of them right now.
I will cut you down. Lemuria, carve screens from their flesh. I will cut you down. You perish together. Devoted apostles, handle this filth.
So, taking no res so far.
Scream for me.
What was the question?
Res or no res?
We're gonna need it for later, like literally. Might as well just slowly do this if we have to.
Okay. So no res.
From their flesh.
The boss.
Scream
look
for
like.
me.
Tank dead.
I'll get the tank.
Oh, I jumped off.
We're gonna do that kind of where the it's a light.
Yeah, we don't have any gas right now.
And I think it's a comp thing. I don't think it's a DPS.
So we're missing something?
No, it's definitely a DPS thing.
Your divine cabal, feast upon these. Your rebellion.
Alright, I'm looking at DPS chart.
Is at an end.
Who wants to assist me in elitist kicking?
I would just look at who's doing
many
not enough
wares.
damage to Denathrius instead of total damage. Nobody cares about your padding on the ads.
So it's one thing if you don't have your stacks, but it's another if you don't say anything going into that, and you know you're gonna die. Like if you have 3 or more stacks, you need to say something because we have priests that can grab you, we have druids that can roar, and we're not doing it if we don't hear anything. So that's 2 fuck ups. 1, you don't have your stacks down, and 2, you're not saying it.
He was the lowest on that DPS chart, 3.5 with the rogue. Yeah, see how we can do as is.
Yeah. That first death wasn't the fault of the guy who died. That was just like we didn't push hard enough and Night Hunter went off.
We need to kick a healer and a deeps.
No, 20's
So-
fine.
2-5-13 is not a.
This
That's
is how
why-
I got my kill. I got it 2-5-13. This is how I killed it.
It's not optimal, but it's doable. Is his point.
It's gonna be fucking painful, and people are already licking the floor as is.
I think we're barely pushing. Like the past few times, we haven't cleanly pushed out of the first phase, which tells me that there's an imbalance somewhere. I do think 5 healers might be too much.
We have fucking 3 resto druids. Like,
Yeah.
this is just retarded. Like, we don't even have a priest or a paladin.
But healers haven't been issues, really.
Healer has not been the issue. The healing composition's not.
Well,
the
we have fucking 5 of them. That's why it's not
That-
an issue. You don't
well,
need 5 healers for this.
If that's your point, don't say it's the 3 resto druids. Say it's because we have 5 healers. We don't need any particular healer. We just need a better like composition balance. Like it's not a game of we need a composition. We just need players who don't die, and we need a composition where the boss is at the optimal health, and we have the number of DPS needed to get him to 70% before we push. So
Okay.
yes, 2-5-13 is doable. It's just
Okay.
closer than if it was like a 2, 4, 12, for example.
I mean, are we gonna make the adjustments, or am I gonna stop wasting my time?
So, I mean, here's another 10 out of 10. If we increase our damage or our DPS, we'll be fine.
Okay, good luck.
It was just a suggestion.
I
We
mean,
have
that
to
guy
leave.
that guy sucked anyway. He wasn't doing any damage to the boss. I don't know
Well,
why
that
he has
guy's
such an
attitude
elitist
was-
attitude.
Piss poor.
Not even 700,000 of the Sire
I mean, we're a
Denathrius.
group. It shouldn't fall upon me to have to do everything.
No. That's why I'm bringing up. I'm trying to support you.
Right. I mean,
I
it goes
think
either
that guy
or.
leaving actually really helps our composition.
There's 2 more 10 out of 10 priests and a hunter.
I mean, we could get the hunter.
Does one of the healers have a DPS spec that's optimal that you could do 3 point something damage?
I mean, so yes and no. I can probably pull 4K. I just haven't done any pulls as balance on this boss, but it shouldn't be that difficult. It's just same thing.
As long as you don't die and we win, no one will care about your damage.
Okay, if I don't get kicked for low damage, then I'll do it. But my damage won't. It
We're
shouldn't be low.
we're all here and talking to each other. The only one person that wasn't ready to negotiate left. So
Okay, I'll go balance.
We have enough healing and we need more damage, then that is going to not be a scuff. That is going to help.
Okay.
So
I need reps as balance anyway, so I'm more than happy doing this.
switching, obviously. So if we're over healing and we need more damage, then anything you provide is a bonus.
Okay.
Are we in balance now? 2, 4,
We
15.
we should be. I've seen people do more damage or
This-
damagers for whatever reason.
We were getting very close as 2-5-13, so I think 2-4 or whatever it was, but adding another DPS should push us over the line.
This should be fine, honestly.
Really? I feel like
I don't think this is going to get us to skip the third set of ads, but this is going to get us out of phase 1 without all that garbage.
Well, so my kills have been 2, 4, 12. So this is 3 more DPS than that.
Yeah,
2,
I mean,
4,
and
12
we'll
is
just have
calm.
to see how the healing feels if we actually get to phase 3 again. It may get a little sketchy with so much DPS. I've never seen a 4-15 ratio, but
2, 4, 12 is like optimal for 4 healers.
yeah, I mean, it's
So I can get this one more 10 out of 10 DPS and you could go back healing.
Oh, I mean, okay.
But is that something the group is willing to do?
I don't care. Like, tell me to play balance split. Tell me to heal.
You can try once real
You're
quick.
talking about the paladin?
Yeah.
That,
Oh, he's the
IO for strictly healing?
Yeah.
I think the paladin's a DPS, and then we can
Yeah, but
make our
Right,
he
but
doesn't
it's
seem
IO
like he
strictly
DPS
for
as
healing.
much.
Oh, okay. Well, does he want to heal?
we don't need another healer. We just asked a healer to swap specs.
All right, let's try as is, unless we're gonna.
Let's try as is. Let's see if I'm dog shit in balance. I've done all of heroic except this boss on balance, so it should be fine. I'm anywhere from
Just
like,
press Starfall, dude.
Yeah, I know. I got you.
Everywhere. I am the Watcher. Unseen.
Let your penance begin. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Grimoria, rid my castle of these pests.
I'll carve them into pieces.
2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a death
DPS looking a lot
you
better.
cannot pay. 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
We are at 75%.
1.
Grimoria, rid my castle of these pests.
Everyone hit this one.
I'll carve them into pieces.
3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Push him. Great job.
Okay, I'm at 3 stacks. I missed one. If I can get a priest bowl, this is Tony Naps.
And I
Roar.
Or it works.
3, 2, 1.
Thank you.
Fuck. Sabs. God damn it.
So sorry about that.
God damn. I don't know how I fucked up or whatever.
Servants, remove these
Self-mode
dread
on my
things
stats.
from my sight.
Definitely have the DPS now. So
Scream
make sure
for
you're
me.
damaging those AoE those ads.
I will cut you down. Shadows consume you.
Back. All the ads are.
Scream for me. Grimoria,
Damn.
carve screams from their flesh. I will cut you down.
Alright, burn that boss. Burn him, burn him, burn him.
Did we perish together?
Make sure you're targeting Denathrius and cleaving the ad. You want heavy
Devoted
boss.
apostles, handle this filth. I will cut you down. Grimoria, carve screams from their flesh.
What's that? 25%.
I will cut you down.
How many seconds we have? Can we get any ad kills before then? Alright,
We have the time.
Your defiance.
Tank down.
push him, push him. Push the boss.
Scream for me.
No, didn't happen.
Tank down again.
Probably shouldn't have cared about that. It was ads, so it was
Feast
killing
upon
them.
these
Killing
men.
after he phases.
Have been a peace.
Now we have too many ads because you decided
I
to kill an
show
ad.
restraint.
No one fucking said to kill those ads. Let's go die.
Very well.
Great job.
You
Let's
shall
get
have
back
it
into this
to
E3
me.
again. But we're saved. The second pair of ads, you're not even going to touch those range ads. You're going to burn down the melee, and you're going to phase the boss. And then we'll kill the last two range ads when they get sucked in the middle or wherever the fuck they go.
I mean, I don't think we're getting out of phase 3 with the healing ratio we have. We were pretty behind on healing there. Because like we solved the DPS problem just with bodies, not actual DPS increase.
Right, but you put more on the healing now.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I think we're overstretched on healing. I mean, we were okay into phase 2, but we saw tanks drop there. People were running low, and P3 is going to be nutty, I think, with current comp.
So let's put the healer back on and see what happens now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me just a moment. My damage was not the greatest that pool anyway.
This might balance us out.
I mean, you did add 1 million, but yeah, might not be needed.
Yeah, this group right now might need to just not even take that single soak because we seem to have one person die. You just want to take it slow the whole time?
We have that one person die because they don't get the stacks.
Right, that's fine. We can continue to do exactly what we're trying to do. I mean, we just monitor health. Let's get personal foods and buff again. If the boss is 75% before the second running into the third smash or whatever, we'll do it, and then P2 will be if he's 45%, and we only have the 2 ads up. We'll definitely try to phase him with 30 seconds or 20 seconds. What do you think we need? Anyways, let's get a ready check in to go.
Your pride will be your downfall. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Primorium, exterminate this vermin.
I'll splatter them across your walls!
3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, rid my castle of these pests.
What's its health?
75.
Alright, everyone try to single soak it.
3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Cannot be challenged. It is time you remember your placements. Crawl to me on your knees.
Yeah, let's just.
Surrender,
Why are we
and I will
rushing in
grant
if we
you
keep
a
like messing up here?
Four,
Let's just
3,
do the
2,
6 stuff.
1.
Just jumping off.
Yeah, let's just do the 6 soak, and that'll solve that problem.
Scream for
me.
We're saving what, like 45 seconds by doing it this
Your
way.
rebellion is at an end.
I has many lucky doos. You like?
You wanna try one more damager?
I think we should probably stop adding people.
Yeah, we should reduce our roster right now. That should.
No problem, no
I
problem.
mean,
We are a group, so I confide to your counsel. Let's go.
I would agree on the trim.
Like, we won't go anywhere if we don't trim the group right now. That's the issue. We went phase 3, so like before adding people. So I don't know why we don't.
Yeah, like we basically were fine. One person left, and then we added like 3 or 4 people. Let's trim 1 healer.
I can step out.
Okay. And trim like 2 to 3 DPS.
You're just gonna be stuck with 1 shaman and 3 restro.
That's fine.
All right. DPS.
Just slim down 1 more DPS and
2, 4, 12 is optimal, yeah. Like, I really don't think it's like a numbers thing. I really just think that there was just too much health with the number of DPS we had because we had a 5th healer.
I get it. All right, so you want to try as is, or we're gonna really cut someone else?
I mean, let's get down to.
Yeah, let's go one
optimal.
more.
Let's go 1 more. Let's just run what we know is optimal because it's late. I'm sure people want to go to bed.
All right, Bunchy, you got assist. Zara. All right, we have our optimal group now. Let's just P3 it and kill.
Okay, this is optimal.
Just
We should be-
beware. Hunter, possibly, or. Sorry, bro, if you're in here. It's all in the name of progression. We have to wait for the health of the boss to change as it done.
I think we need to wait 1 minute until the hunter is really out of the group. But how did the raid? So
Yes.
the boss get the health redux.
All right, it went. We're down to 18. You can see in the little flag on the map is the dungeon count of people.
2, 4, 12 is optimal. That's 2 pulls.
Let your penance begin. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, rid my castle of these pests.
I'll carve them into pieces.
2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, 3, 2,
Oh, so much better.
Yeah. There's a balancing issue.
I'll carve them into pieces.
3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. It is time.
Wow. Great job.
Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you.
I lagged out there at the last second, guys. I'm sorry about that. Only touchy.
2, 1.
I'll get us res on him if you didn't make it.
Servants, remove this refuse from my sight. I will cut you down. Scream for me! You will perish together! Scream for me! Memoria, carve screams from their flesh. flames consume you! Devoted apostles, handle this filth! Scream for me!
There's a healer when you can. Another one coming up there, tank later.
Memoria, massacre these whelps! Scream for me! You will perish together!
Are we just gonna push it?
Yeah.
I cut you down!
5 seconds.
Come on! Feast upon these meddlers! I have been
Jump out. Oh, jump out.
I showed restraint.
Let's just do it. Yeah.
To provoke my wrath. Very well. You shall. You are broken.
I mean, that was progress. I at least have faith in this group again.
Is at an end.
At least we're not going backwards anymore.
Yes, optimal balances are always key
I
here.
have many, many
Take
wares.
that moving forward. I was able to do 2, 5, 13. I just
Right, and that there's a lot of variables that goes into that, but when it's optimally balanced, you can accept a wider variety of compositions as far as like number of mages, number of druids, like what have you. With 2, 5, 13, it limits the combination of classes that works, and you also have to have really high DPS to make some fights work.
did someone leave or I mean healing's pretty tight. I don't want
Healing
another.
felt okay to me that time. I mean, compared to some of those pulls that we had.
No, it's fine. We just had, people die.
Can
Did
we
that
support
priest
another-
leave? The one that's dead on them.
Let's just do quick pulls.
Yeah, let's get another pull.
If you want to add one, you're gonna have to kick one.
Yeah.
Right. I swore somebody left vent.
Like 2, 3, 9, 2, 4,
Discord.
12. I don't know what the composition for 5 healers would be.
2, 5, 20.
2, 5, 20.
Just kidding, I don't know. Made that up.
No, that's too many DPS. I've seen 2, 5, 18s get close, but never.
Yeah, do the LFR
Kill.
comp 2518. That was a joke.
Yeah, 2, 3, 9, 2, 4, 12. That's
I mean, let's just get pulls in. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
Your pride will be your downfall. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Memoria, exterminate this vermin.
Splatter them across your walls!
2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul.
Plus is that 75%.
Excellent. Prepare for single soak.
3, 2, 1.
Grimoria, exterminate this vermin.
Splatter them across your walls!
3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume. It is time you remember your place, mortals.
Perfect.
Tabs at 3, tree bounties
Crawl
at
to
3.
me on your knees.
A roar.
Sabs might need a pull.
And I will grant you a merciful
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, yeah.
Great job. Let's continue.
Servants, remove this refuse from my sight. Scream for me!
Certain impale run right through the raid.
I will cut you down. You perish together.
Can we kill these range rats?
Scream for me! Grimoria, carve screams from their flesh.
Oh, my bad.
I will cut you down. You perish together.
Watch out, that ad died. Watch out.
Devoted apostles, handle this filth. I will cut you down. Grimoria, massacre these whelps.
We can definitely push this one.
I will cut you down.
Forget Raptor adjustments to his top sheet.
Never asked, right?
15 seconds.
I cut you down. Enough. I have been a patient.
Wrath Mage up or leave it?
So we need to focus the ads now. And this is good. So bring the boss to the ads.
I'm holding on to okay.
Don't get knocked off right now. Don't get knocked off.
Shall have it.
Keep these a little far. We don't want them in hand of destruction. Ad dead.
Die at my feet.
That wasn't a good hand of destruction.
Keep the tank up.
Broken.
There's a soak we missed.
Beware.
So we don't want the hand of destruction to be that close to this, so that's
4,
what killed us
3,
right now.
2, 1.
Refer back to the picture I posted.
Just jump off, guys. We're wasting
Yes,
time.
please.
Everyone stop what they're doing right now. Go to text-chat, the text channel, and look at the photo. That's exactly how the orb should be lined up. The circle represents the hand of destruction that we want to avoid. We basically want it to be in the middle of the room, so the orbs can be soaked without being that big AoE.
Many deals
And
for
the
a
orbs
friend
need to
of the
stack in
Ghoul.
a triangle-ish kind of thing. Don't spread them out so crazily throughout the room.
Not necessarily a triangulish thing. A line is fine for the
Alright,
first
fine.
one.
Okay.
Yeah,
No
I
problem,
mean,
but
just
together
close
it-
enough that we can walk to
Right.
them quickly. It's not a
Yeah.
big deal.
Not that you have to run three distinct distances to get to them.
Yeah, just the circles can overlap. Just make sure the other person isn't in your circle, and just line them up in the middle of the room facing the boss. Should be fine.
Yeah, and understand where you are relative to boss and go back further if needed. Don't let that shit be in the red.
Oh yeah, we should have lusted right when we got to the ads. That was a mistake also, I think.
We're gonna lust right after we get sucked for the first soak and right back into that first soak. Does that make
Just call
sense?
it out, I guess, yeah.
Okay. So that very first soak in P3, when we get sucked in and run back, then you may lust as soon as possible. Because we can help make sure no one dies in that very damaging soak. And get the most damage in before the next stuff that happens.
Your pride will be your downfall. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you. Your vanity will cost you everything. 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you.
Four, three, two, one.
Ramonia, exterminate this vermin.
Splatter them across your walls!
2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you.
Death.
Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you.
Four, three, two, one.
Ramonia, exterminate this vermin.
Alright, everyone hit this.
Splatter them across your walls!
3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you. It's time you remembered your place, mortals. Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful end.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Step in the red. Well, I guess we're safe repair, but you can fall off.
Servants,
What
remove
killed the
this
one guy in
refuse
P1?
from my sight.
He's sending an axe.
Your defiance is ended.
Whatever is it?
I will cut you down. Your rebellion is at an end.
I have many lucky doos. You like?
I may call it for me. It's real late and I have to get up early in the morning. I might do one more.
Your pride will be your downfall. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you. Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Ramonium, exterminate this vermin.
I'll splatter them across your walls.
2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Four, three, two, one.
Ramonium, exterminate this vermin.
I'll splatter them across your walls.
3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. It is time you remember your place, mortals. Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful end.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Servants, remove this refuse from my sight. I will cut you down.
Don't kill last ad.
You will perish together.
Need to go back, guys.
Ad going down, careful.
Cut you down.
Ad's dead.
Memoria, carve screens from their flesh. Scream for me! Perish together! Devoted apostles, handle this filth! Scream for me! Memoria, massacre these whelps! Scream for me! Shadows consume you! I have been a patient host. I showed restraint, giving courtesy. It will continue to provoke my wrath.
Don't get knocked off, guys.
Very well. You shall have it!
Keep those away, keep those away.
Still too close. Oh, they're bad guys.
Why aren't you taking the boss to farther away position? You go to that corner, but it's the closest corner to the center. Go farther away.
We were trying to adjust to where the boss was going.
Yeah. I mean, no one. I'm not. Yeah,
You don't need to move the boss to the second half.
Yeah, you can put him in the deep, like one of the corridors.
Why aren't we killing one of the ads before we go into that phase? We have more than enough to If they're getting Racking on the right range that
Because it usually dies right when you have to mirror dance and people fucking die to percent.
What I'm saying is no one's swapping.
Well, you're supposed to racking the 2 melee ads.
Right. You're racking the 2 melee ads and the left one.
Tank's racking the melee and the right range.
Many deals for
The tank wants to hit the melee, the left melee, and the left range first. That's fine.
What I'm saying is we have the damage to push, still killing one of the ranged ads. So why don't we do it to clean up phase 3? It doesn't make sense not to.
I mean, the phase 3 issue wasn't that though. The phase 3 issue was the soak drops.
It's been handed destruction both times.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't necessarily need to have him tanked there. He can be tanked on the further side down one of the like hallways, not that inner corner part. So that we have more room on him.
I get that. I get that. If we have the damage to kill one of the ranged ads before we go to phase 3, why aren't we doing it? Nothing you're saying answers that question.
Both ranged
This
ads
was
are
the
up.
first time we've even had that scenario. Like, let's clean up the
His
basic
point is
mechanics.
that we've literally never done the soak correctly because of the positioning of the tank, regardless of how many ads are up. It is not affecting the positioning of the boss. It needs to be farther away.
I mean, they're two separate. Okay.
Yeah, they're two separate things, but the other one, we haven't really seen that scenario very often, and it hasn't killed us. The other one has killed us 4 times, so let's fix the one that's killed us.
Go down quickly, so.
Take the boss farther away because of the red graphic, please. Let's get a pull in or pull timer.
Your pride will be your downfall. 3, 2, 1. Confess your sins, lest they consume you. cost you everything. Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Demonia, exterminate this vermin.
I'll splatter them across your walls.
2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul. Your vanity will cost you everything. 3, 2, 1. Pain cleanses the soul.
Four, three, two, one.
Boss is at 75%.
Demonia, rid my castle of these pests.
Carve them into pieces.
1. Confess your sins, lest they consume.
Fuck happened to
Your
the push?
hubris amassed a debt you cannot pay.
As it is.
It is time you remember your place, mortals.
Alright, I'm gonna go to bed, guys. I got work in the morning.
Crawl to me on your knees. Surrender, and I will grant you a merciful end.
4, 3, 2,
Yep, good games.
1.
Thanks for trying. The unpuggable boss.
Servants,
Only
remove
magical
this
kills.
refuse from my sight. Your rebellion is at an end.
I have many lucky doos. You like?